Hi again and welcome to another one of my videos. So this is going to be a video on my nursing journey and how I got to where I am today. Sorry again for looking down, but I do have a script that I'm reading off just so I can remember to say all the points that I wanted to say. This is going to be another long one, so sit down, relax, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So as I said, this is a journey of how I became a nurse. I knew from when I was about 16 years old that I actually wanted to be a nurse. I'd done some work experience in the Lieutenant School, one at a preschool and one at the local hospital. The preschool drove me crazy, but I loved the hospital. And then my decision was made. I had to choose some subjects for my high school certificate in Australia that I needed to get in to go to university. I needed to do a math subject and a science subject at the least. Each uni has a certain admissions index number that we needed to get for the course. Really hard to explain, but just know it's just a number that you need to get. I wanted to go to Sydney Uni. That was my first choice. Although the UAI number that I had was slightly lower than what was needed, I received a first round offer to go to Sydney Uni and I accepted that offer. I actually really loved uni. Although I wasn't top of my class, even failing a subject in second year, I made it through the 3-year degree. I even had a high distinction and distinction in third year. I made some really good friends. I'll always remember some really good times we had during third year of uni. There was a bowling club across the road from uni and a beautiful park with a beautiful gazebo. We would spend our lunch breaks here, often with a glass of wine that we got from the club and a doner kebab from the local kebab shop. While I was at uni, I worked as an assistant nurse at a local nursing home. It was a great learning experience to learn the basics of nursing. I was also able to help the registered nurses do things to help my learning. I've done a separate video on our graduation ball, so I'll put that up as well. Once I graduated uni in 2001, I was able to work as a registered nurse at the nursing home before I started my first year out of uni at a hospital. I'd always wanted to go to the country and thought if I didn't do it before my first year out of uni, I'd never do it. So I ended up in Goulburn Hospital, the home of the Big Merino. My first week I spent in the nurses' home, but then was able to rent a 2-bedroom townhouse not far from the hospital. I absolutely loved living out of home. Although I didn't know anyone when I moved there, I met some really nice people and had some really great memories. I still keep in contact with one girl that I met down there, but often as what happens in Goulburn stays in Goulburn. After that year, I moved back to Sydney and worked at one of the local hospitals for about 3 years, where I also made some great friends who I still keep in contact with. I worked in the brain injury and trauma ward. It was tough, but I loved it. From there, I worked at the local palliative care hospital and then Sutherland Hospital, where I still am. While I was actually working on the wards, I moved between the cardiac ward and the oncology stroke unit. During this time, I also did a graduate certificate in palliative care through the Australian Catholic Uni and spent some time as a nurse educator at Calvary. About 6 years ago, after being diagnosed with epilepsy, 4 years before that, I got offered a job as a community nurse. I'm still there today and absolutely love it. It's a Monday to Friday job with one weekend about every month. There's no shift work, which is also a bonus. So this, in summary, is the journey of how I became to become a nurse. I hope you've enjoyed the story, and if you've got any questions, please ask in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. I've also put some pictures in of myself over the years of my nursing journey story, so enjoy.